I'm Fred Wilkinson, Chief Editor with the National Provisioner. Today I'm speaking with Ryan Kukuruzovic. He is with Wixon. Ryan, thanks for joining me today. To get things started, could you tell us a little bit about your role with Wixon?
Absolutely, Fred. Thank you very much for having me today. Certainly appreciate this opportunity. At Wixon, my primary function is supporting our various groups between our protein group of developers, our industrial group, as well as our consumer products, and last but not least, the food service business unit as well. And ultimately, in an effort to produce and continue onward with authenticity with products that we produce, or I would say, willy-nilly kind of flavor profiles in a sense, and just flavor fusion. But I've been with Wixon now for 7 years, and every day is a new day. So keeps me on my toes, keeps things exciting.
All right. So what flavor profiles are trending for meat and poultry for food service products?
Within the food service, Fred, space, we've seen over the last year the space really booming with regards to bold and globally inspired flavors. And that would include, for example, variations of harissa, umami-rich fermented sauces, tangy citrus combinations in marinade formats. And as well as that, we're seeing a growing interest in sweet and smoky. Believe it or not, I know it sounds so groundbreaking, but that juxtaposition is still very much of desire and interest to consumers within the food service and retail space. But that being said, again, that sweet and smoky pairing is, really become a kind of universal desire in terms of consumers within the Western world. And again, achieving that through wood smoked variations of, or rather combinations of different woods to render dynamic profiles in conjunction with sugar-based or sweet-based glazes. So again, we're really seeing a lot of that sweet, smoky, savory juxtaposition within the space.
How can crafting the right flavor for a food service product create new menu opportunities for proteins?
That's a great question. And, crafting the right flavor pairings can really impact and enhance menu opportunities across the board and really appeal to a diverse consumer taste, palate, and also dietary preferences. When we thoughtfully combine flavors, such as pairing, again, the savory meats with sweet glazes, or spicy sauces, we can create these innovative dishes that really stand out to customers and really encourage their exploration. And more so within that retail space, repeat visits, right? That's what we're really after is once we get them in, it's about getting them back, right? That really puts the stamp on it. But again, with that, it really comes down to, also leveraging our local seasonal ingredients to create these unique pairings. And that really can foster a sense of authenticity and connection to the dining experience and the diner themselves in a variety of ways. And again, this approach really broadens the potential for unique pairings of proteins and allows for a targeted marketing strategy as well, such as seasonal menus again, or themed dining events that really capitalize on these up and coming emerging flavors.
With consumers continuing the trend of seeking to recreate a kind of restaurant food service quality meal at home, what is going on the food service product development side to kind of deal with that?
Sure, sure. Another zinger there, Fred. I'm digging it. So, yeah, with that, this trend that we've been seeing now for last 5 years for sure, maybe even a bit more, of the consumers really looking to recreate these restaurant style meals. Uh, it's really forcing and ultimately driving this food service um, product development by prompting chefs like myself and manufacturers to develop innovative, high quality ingredients and meal kits that really replicate these intimate restaurant experiences. This consumer desire for elevated home dining really encourages the introduction of, again, these unique flavor pairings, um, but again, also not limited to again that center plate, really going into the sauces. Again, maybe a compound butter of sorts, but again, it's not just limited to that center plate element. And really, furthermore, food service establishments are exploring partnerships now with various grocery suppliers and creating branded products and really expanding the market with this collaborative effort. This alignment meets the increasing demand for convenience and quality, and again fosters a deep connection between the consumer and these restaurants, and ultimately enhancing brand loyalty, in my perspective.
Where do you see the market for plant-based meat analog type products going? I guess both for food service and maybe for retail, if you have any insight on that as well.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Again, no shortage at this point within the retail market. And again, obviously within that food service space, there are some areas where there's a bit more creativity. Again, not in a disparaging way to other areas of the industry, but as opposed to, again, within the retail space of manufacturers utilizing, um, again, I would say our inherent processed ingredients, as compared to within the food service space of, I would say using more wholesome ingredients. But to be more specific, again, we have the Beyond Meat and Impossible Foods out there, really moving the needle and creating a greater awareness as to what these alternatives are and how they're conducive to not only the environment but also in some ways dietary elements as well that align with that. But again, Beyond Meat, Impossible Foods, which both offer burgers and sausages that closely mimic the taste and texture of real meat. But additionally, products like seitan within, again, the retail space, which is made from wheat gluten, are again kind of seitan, I would say, from the 70s and 80s has really seen a resurgence. And again, for its high protein quality, and again the versatility of the dishes you can produce with a product like seitan. Also, legume-based options such as lentil or chickpea patties. I'm seeing a lot of development within that base or substrate, utilizing manufacturers like Wixon to facilitate in flavoring these substrates at the end of the day. So, I can't say anything negative, Fred, and I won't, because I happen to really enjoy some of this innovation that we've seen at the end of the day with regards to this plant-based pursuit, and ultimately the for the well-being of our sacred earth and our sacred our beings, our bodies, right? So a lot going on, and those are really just my touch points, what I'm seeing out there in the industry.
Yeah, I guess ultimately the marketplace will decide, but you're right. There are always, particularly in that category, lots of innovation, a lot of new products going on out there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Ryan, thank you very much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time.
It's been my great pleasure, Fred. Thank you again for this opportunity, and would love to be a part of it again.